Welcome, everyone. I'm Chaplain Dan Bonner, and this is the regular devotional time that we share together. Today, I have a special urgency in this lesson that we will examine from Luke's Gospel, a lesson that I call the universal gift of hope. My urgency is that, well, in one sense, we're about to get the gift reminded us on Christmas Day. It's just a matter of hours away as we hear this today. But also, we have a gift recognizing that in its special uniqueness, it is also extended special and unique to every person in God's creation. The universal gift of hope. Now you may say, wait a minute, the universal gift of hope, it was given, well, we accepted it. We may have come down to the altar and with tears in our eyes given our lives to Christ years ago. We were told this is our gift as Christians. I'm saying to you, God, for all the love He shows the Christians, through Jesus Christ, God extends that love, that gift, to every man, woman, and child in His creation. It is a universal gift, I believe, a universal gift of hope. And maybe Hindus talk about their nirvana, different words, different expressions than ours. And the Jews talk about the expectation that we have to live by God's law and to expect the Messiah. Different words. But I want to suggest what God extends to us at Christmas is available. I'm not saying universally accepted by, any more than it's universally accepted perhaps by every person in our Western Christian world. I'm not passing judgment on that. Mary, we said last time, resisted. How can this be? She shouted to Gabriel when she heard it, that she was going to have a son this special. But Mary warmed to it, swallowed her sense of shock, we said, and embraced it fully. This universal gift of hope. Well, let me read the 39th through the 45th verses of the Gospel of Luke in the first chapter. This concludes the time of preparation in Luke's first chapter. before the birth of Jesus, his coming into the world. Then a whole new thing starts. This is the 39th verse of Luke's first chapter. At that time, Mary got ready and hurried to a town in the hill country of Judea, where she entered Zachariah's home and greeted Elizabeth. They were friends. Scholars surmise and tracing lineage that they were cousins. They knew each other, that's the point. And when Elizabeth heard Mary's greeting, the baby that Elizabeth was carrying well along in her pregnancy, it started physically, in human terms, before Jesus' presence in Mary. The baby inside of Elizabeth, Luke writes, leaped in her womb. Well, some of you mothers might imagine initially that's not a very welcomed thing. But to Elizabeth, it was a sign, a further sign of God's blessed presence in her life and what she carried. But why am I so favored that the mother of my Lord should come from me? Mary said. Preceding that, she said, blessed are you among women. No, she didn't say that. A voice came that Elizabeth heard, but it was to Mary, the Spirit of the living God speaking out of nowhere, seemingly. But why am I so favored to have this child, God's Son? As soon as the sound of your greeting reached my ears, Mary said to Elizabeth, or Elizabeth said to Mary, forgive me, the baby in my womb leaped for joy. Blessed is she who has believed that the Lord would fulfill his promise. And I want to say today, in a universal sense, that same promise has been extended by God to you and to me. You might hear it as, blessed is he who has believed that the Lord would fulfill his promise to him. Universal, my brothers and sisters. Yes, this gift to Mary, as the gift to Elizabeth, is Luke's account of how they experienced this powerful gift, two children who turned out to be so important in their young adulthood for each other and for the proclamation of God's promise. But they did it. John the Baptist, wearing animal skins and eating only locusts and wild honey. It doesn't say that's a requirement, but John the Baptist proclaimed that the way of the Lord is about to be made clear. And then, of course, Jesus. We believe with all our hearts was God's Son. And the words he proclaimed were not about how special he was. No. The words he proclaimed is about how much God loves and longs to be in the heart of each man, woman, and child in this world. That is the blessing of Christmas, I believe. And I am not trying to tell you I've got special insight. I'm just asking each of you to consider that Christmas, yes, is a festival of a unique birth that became a saving message in Jesus. But it also illustrates powerfully how God is coming to you, has come to you. Not might come, is coming, has been accepted already by all of us. Well, maybe we could agree that we are all, as God's children, under construction. Christmas is the promise celebration that God loved Mary and Elizabeth so much. And I'm suggesting, my friends, God loves each of us that much. Merry Christmas. May we affirm anew or reaffirm a long-held truth in our hearts. God's gift is our hope and salvation. We have no reason to fear. God bless you. And may the day ahead be a day of joy for you. This is Chaplain Dan. After Christmas, I'll see you next time. God bless you. Oh, God bless you, everyone, as Tiny Tim said long ago.